Hey guys, it's Renee, and I am coming to you to do my first design team video for Diamond Dyes. I will put all their links down below. You should definitely go check them out because they have amazing products. And the one I'm going to be using today is the Pine Branch dye. And there it is. And it is available at diamonddyes.com. And again, don't forget, if you use my coupon code Renee's Friend, I will put that down below, you can receive 10% off and free shipping. So you should definitely take advantage of that and try these dyes out. So I have to say, initially when I saw this one, I'm like, okay, this one's going to be, difficult. So if you can see, it has bunches of tiny, tiny little branchy things in there. So, and it definitely wasn't the first one that I thought I would use. But I was watching another design team member do a video on their design team package, and I don't know, I saw it and immediately I got an idea. So I decided to do it today. But before I show you my projects, I wanted to show you how this cuts. And I am using the Big Kick, and it comes with the multi-purpose platform, and it is all the tabs are down. I did have to use, I've heard it called a shim or whatever in it. All I'm using is a pre-made card base, folded, and I put that underneath my cut plate. And I put my paper down and my die, and then my plate on top. And when I did them, I cut my papers into strips, like somewhere around 2-inch strips, so I could get them, because I needed several of them for my projects, but I could get, moving my thing. I could get about 2 to 3 branches on each strip depending on how wide it was. Oops. No, I lost everything. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. So, as you can see, it cut, and it cuts the whole way through. And I really thought, it's probably going to be very hard to get this out without ripping. And surprisingly, it's not. All I did was run my finger up and down it, and then it pulls right out. So then you'll have a couple pieces left in the centers, and I just used this, I don't know what this tool is called. I use it for poking holes and things. And all I did was put it down on my mat, set that right in the middle, and lift up just a little, and they pop right out. And you will have to clean your floor after you are done making these, because I have these little green things everywhere. Okay, so there is your branch, and it is perfect. There are no rips, nothing. It's just perfect. I'm not using any kind of special cardstock. It's just, I actually pulled this piece out of my scrap thing, and it is just the cardstock that you get from Michael's or Joann's in the packs, and it's thin. It's it's not heavyweight or anything, and they pull out just fine. So yeah, you should definitely look into them, because I had a lot of fun using these. So I did 2 Christmas cards today. I don't know why I'm ready for Christmas. I'm not ready. I haven't done any shopping or anything, but I am ready for Christmas to come. So, my first card that I finished, which is not the one that I started off doing, I had to take a break from my original one to come up with some new ideas. But my first one, there it is, I used the branches to make a Christmas tree. And I don't know if you can see it. Well, let me tell you what I did first. After I cut them all out, I was stacking them and messing with them, and then I was trying to figure out how to get them put together, because I didn't want to put a solid green triangle behind it because you'd be able to see it. So what I ended up doing was I cut a circle with my 1-inch circle punch, and this is an EK punch, and then I used a 1-inch gluber right on top of it, and I laid the branches, the circles somewhere up here, I laid the branches over it, and then I did have to add some, I used this Scotch quick dry adhesive. After most of the gluber was covered up, I had to add some more to get the top ones to stick. So after they were all on there and the tree was done, I used this sheer shimmer spritz, and it is in the color Sparkle, and it's just a very faint glitter all over the tree and everything else that was on my desk because I mist and sprayed everything. So after that dried, which doesn't take long at all, I used I have these rhinestones that I think I got at Joann's. I squirted a little bit of this on my mat and dipped the rhinestones in and just stuck them all over like little ornaments. And then the ribbon I used, and this was just in my stash, it's Ribbon Textiles Incorporated, and it's just a gold wired ribbon. And I tied a little tiny bow and then left them long so it would have some tails to come down the tree. So that is my tree. The background, I used this Cuttlebug Scrollwork embossing folder and just put my tree right in the center of it. I like how it made the little frame around it. It added something to it without putting, a bunch of other stuff on the card. I matted it on green and then put it on my white card base. And the stuff I use for my card bases is whoops, I threw away the package. Oh, here it is. The premium cardstock from, I think I got it at Joann's in the 110-pound white. And it is super heavy cardstock. It's so nice. And then the inside is just stamped Merry Christmas. So there is my first card. My second card, which was my, what I wanted my, what my initial project was meant to be, I had to come up with some other ideas once. I had the initial idea, but it needed more. So here's my card, and I do love how it turned out. The problem was the inside of the window, what to do with that, but I will get to that. So again, I used the pine branch, I keep wanting to say punch, the pine branch die, and I think there are 9 branches on this, and some of them are cut. I cut, I think I have one here. See, the original one has the 2 pieces, So for some things I had to cut that little extra piece off, and then I think I actually used the little extra piece also. So the first thing I did was stamp out my window, and I used this woodblock stamp here, and I do not know there's the company. I don't know what it says. Stamp something. And then there is the artist. I got it off of the scrapyard, and I love it. I think it's so cute. But I just stamped it out on some brown cardstock, cut it out, used an X-Acto knife to cut out the inside of the windows. I used some transparency paper. If you can see, the window has a shine. That is this. Whoops. There goes everything. This transparency paper here. And I just had to cut out a little rectangle, and I used my ATG tape and I just ran it along the window and stuck it down. And then the picture that's in the background was the problem. Not knowing if I should put a curtain in the window or what exactly I should do. So I actually found this picture online, and I will include the link to where I got it down below, so there's no, I didn't come up with this picture, it's somebody else's. I borrowed it. But I just printed it out and taped it to the back of the window. My card base, the background is some Tim Holtz Distress ink in old paper, and I just took a ruler and used my my ink tool to make shadows to make it look like siding on a house. I masked off where the window would be so it wouldn't go across. Well, here I could have actually left it go, but I didn't know that at the time. I put my window down with my ATG tape, and then I added the pine branches, and I used the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive again to glue down all of them. And if you do a really thin bead, you can keep it going along all of the little pieces of this, and it doesn't really squish out that much if you keep it light. I added the little bow, and I hot glued it on, and this ribbon is just from my stash. And then I went back in with the Martha Stewart Sparkle Texture and a paintbrush, and I added the sparkle texture to places on the window, on top. There's a few places on the branches and the bow where snow, may lay, because this is supposed to be outside. So that is my card. And these are my first design team projects for Diamond Dies. So I hope you like them. Let me know what you guys think. And definitely go check them out. And don't forget to use my my code, Renee's Friend. I'll put it down below. And get 10% off and free shipping. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.